You're listening to The Rich Life Revolution with me, Michelle Cooper. My mission is to empower you to step into your next level of wealthy. You'll hear all the deets, a little bit of inspiration, and real life takeaways so that you can create your own rich life revolution. Let's dig in. Hey girl, hey. It's me, Michelle, host of your favorite podcast, Rich Life Revolution. And today we're talking about celebrating wins, why it's important to recognize your financial milestones, recognize all these amazing things that are happening in your life, and also why it's important to reward yourself. So, why do we want to do this? Well, there's a psychological boost here when we celebrate wins and we actually pause and acknowledge the accomplishment that we've had, the work that we've done, the energy we've put in, the time, all of that. Celebrating milestones really can help boost your morale. It is one of the things that can keep you going in the low times. And it is such an important foundation of abundance. Now, if you're like me, you're one of those people that achieves your goal, ticks the box, moves on to the next goal. I really had to learn that celebration was a vibe, right? Celebration was such an important aspect of the vibe of abundance. And I had to be very intentional about celebrating because it's so easy for me to be like, tick, move on. It also reinforces the positive behaviors that we're displaying in our lives. It reinforces those positive steps, the momentum that we're creating. Now, speaking of momentum, acknowledging our achievements really helps build momentum, and it can help you bring motivation, right? It can motivate you to reach your next level, your next milestone, your next thing. What kind of things do you celebrate? Well, let's talk about financial milestones in particular. This can mean celebrating revenue goals if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, right? It could mean celebrating hitting specific revenue targets, whether it's monthly, quarterly, annually. It could mean celebrating a raise if you have a job, or a bonus, or a commission, right? Anything where you see an increase to the money in your bank account, sister. It can also mean, if you're a business owner, celebrating profit margin. So, if you've ever heard me talk about business, revenue is one thing, but profit matters. It matters even more than revenue. So, recognizing improvements in your profit margin is such a sign of financial health. And it's going to help you get really clear on the direction that your business is going. We can all celebrate debt repayment. If you're interested, we have a crazy awesome workshop called Debt Revolution, which helps you get out of debt in the fastest way possible, all while improving your credit rating and also helping you reframe debt in your mind. If you are repaying debt, you're digging yourself out from some crazy situation you got yourself into, or maybe you're just carrying a little bit of debt. Celebrating these milestones in debt repayment, like paying off a loan or a credit card, or even you borrowed $100 from your best friend. Celebrate it. You did it. Like, it's done. It's over. Moving on, right? But we want to acknowledge that milestone. Maybe even you want to think about celebrating savings milestones. If you've heard my past episodes, I'm not the best saver, okay? Guilty as charged. But when you hit a savings goal, I remember one year I did this 5K savings challenge. I'm going to get that and I'm going to attach that to the show notes so you can download that totally for free. Because I remember when it was like this weekly, I would put weekly money aside into the savings account. And sometimes it was $5 and it was like $65. Like, it varied. But when I got to the end, 52 weeks later, I had 5K in my bank account and I celebrated the shit out of that 5K. Now, 5K might not sound like a lot to you, but for me at the time, that was a lot of money. And It was a big win for me. So I took that 5K, I invested it, and now that 5K is, I don't know, it's about 25K to be honest. So yeah, it's all good, right? So if you're saving for an emergency fund or an investment account or a holiday or house or whatever, acknowledge when you hit those savings goals. The other thing, if you're a business owner that you could celebrate, client acquisition. I just did this. I acquired a new, amazing, awesome client that I absolutely love. And I celebrated that by buying my family a hot tub. Okay. My kids have been asking for a hot tub for years. I kept saying no because I'm not a real big hot tub fan, but they so want this thing. And so when I secured that new client, I got the first payment. I was like, you know what? We're going to celebrate. This is what they want. Seeing them happy makes me happy. So I'm going to buy the hot tub. So I did. The hot tub is installed in our backyard and it makes me smile every time they send me a picture of them in the hot tub. So celebrate acquiring big clients or reaching a target number of clients. I have a client on my vision board. Well, maybe you call it my dartboard. Not darts like in a bad way. Like I am going to get this client. Like he's on my list and I'm going for it. And it may take me a month, it may take me a year. I don't know. But eventually he will become my client. And when I secure him as a client, man, there is going to be some big celebration. The other thing you could celebrate is like other milestones. I celebrated my divorce. When my divorce was final, I booked a trip to Morocco. This was a trip of a lifetime. I've always wanted to go. It was on my bucket list, it's on my vision board, all the things. When my divorce was finalized and I moved through that process, I celebrated that with a trip. So, those are some milestones that you can celebrate. There are lots of milestones you could celebrate, but those are just some ideas to get you thinking and pull out your journal. Girls, let's get real and write this shit down, okay? What could you celebrate? What are some milestones that you want to celebrate? What are some goals that you have? What are you going to do when you reach that goal? Just get clear on that. The other thing I mentioned was meaningful rewards. So, what is meaningful rewards? Well, they are ways that you reward yourself for something that you have achieved, accomplished, moved through, whatever. I just talked about my divorce. Morocco trip was a meaningful reward. It was also a celebration, but it was a meaningful reward. So this could be a personal treat, rewarding yourself with something you love, like a spa day. I always do a spa day with my best friend Wendy whenever we are together. It's our personal little treat. Maybe it's a new piece of jewelry or a purse or something. When my business hit $1 million, I bought a Louis Vuitton purse. That was my personal treat, my meaningful reward. Every time I look at it, I love it. It reminds me of that day. It might be a weekend getaway, a new gadget or something. This weekend, I just bought myself a awesome new necklace I'm wearing right now that I love. And it was a way for me to celebrate the journey that I have been on and the place that I have come to. Meaningful rewards can also look like experiences. Investing in experiences that enrich your life, such as retreats, special dinners, a concert, lunch with a friend, brunch with your kids. Like these experiences, they enrich our life. I took a Friday off recently and I went out e biking with one of my oldest friends, probably the oldest friend I have. And I just wanted to spend the day riding around, laughing, having fun, doing whatever we wanted. It's amazing. Meaningful rewards might also look like professional growth, right? It might look like rewarding yourself with opportunities for professional development, like attending a workshop or hiring a coach or a mentor or something like that. Could look like team celebrations. So celebrate with other people, organize a team outing. In my business, I'm taking my whole team to a Vancouver Canadians game in August, and we are celebrating. And life is great over here at Alchemy, and we're going to have a fun day out at a baseball game. Or maybe you want to provide a special lunch or bonuses, whatever calls to you. It doesn't have to be something big. It could be sending everybody in your team a $20 DoorDash gift card, and you get lunch and you get on Zoom and you hang out. Who knows? It doesn't have to be big. It could also mean that you celebrate by giving to causes and organizations that are important to you. Donating to causes that you care about or supporting a community project is a way for you to give your energy, your time, your money, and have an impact in your community. So, all of these things are personal rewards. Again, these are just some ideas I pulled out of the hat. And girl, where's that journal? What can you do to create some meaningful rewards in your life? So let's talk about integrating celebrations into your financial plan. Do you have the money for this? Well, you do if you plan for it. Allocate a portion of your spending specifically for celebration and celebrating milestones. And this ensures that it's planned and it's guilt free. It's already in there, it's on paper, it's in black and white. So, in my business, we have a spending plan for celebrating and showing gratitude and appreciation to our clients. So every team member that works on that file, it has the ability to spend that money without question, however they see fit. Client has something awful happen, they can send them something to make them feel better. Client has something amazing happen, they can celebrate with them by sending them something that's going to mean something to them. They could even take that money and donate it to a cause. And then regularly schedule reviews to track your progress and set new goals. This makes celebration part of your routine. It makes it part of your relationship with money, and it makes it part of your financial management. And it's fun. This is fun stuff. Like, this can shift the energy of money for you in a very significant way. So have fun with it. How else can you have fun with it? Well, you can share your successes, not in a bragging, look at me, this is what I did way, but in a like, let's all get into the vibe of celebration, people. Okay. I love those posts. I love seeing posts on social media where people share their milestones, and I find it very inspiring and motivating. I promise you, the smallest share will help. Sometimes I've shared something that seems quite insignificant to me, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to say it anyways. I'm going to share this with the world, and I'll have one, five, 10 people or whatever reach out to me and say, thank you for sharing that. People share the big wins, but this helped me because I've had a small win too. And then I just wrote it off and I said, oh, well, it wasn't like this big giant win, but it is. It matters. It all matters. It's also a great way to build your brand and show people what you care about, show people what you stand for, and also engage with your audience. The other piece here is sharing your achievements in networking groups, in mastermind sessions, in communities that you're part of, sharing insights. This helps people gain new perspectives. It helps them understand and reflect on what's going on in their life. And oh my God, helps inspire and motivate people all over the place. I've had so many celebrations in my life. And like I said, celebration is truly, truly a key piece to the vibe of abundance. And so I really want to invite you to incorporate this into your practice, right? Bring this into your world. How can you celebrate? How can you acknowledge the important things that happen? How can you build momentum through this? All of this is so important. And it has to mean something to you. So it's not going to work if the Louis Vuitton purse wasn't important to me, but I saw other people buying Louis Vuitton purses and celebrating their achievements through the purchase of a Louis Vuitton purse, but a Louis Vuitton purse didn't matter to me. It wouldn't change my frequency. It wouldn't add to the vibe of abundance in my life, right? But in fact, a Louis Vuitton purse is something I always wanted. And here's why. Give you a little insight here into my world. There's times in my life where I didn't have a lot of money. There's, in fact, times in my life where I had no money. And there was also an awareness for myself of watching women walk through the world in a way that I so aspired to. I would watch women in particular walk through airports with confidence, with grace. And to me, life looked effortless to them. Now, I have no clue what was the reality of their situation, but I would watch these women. They looked so successful to me, so confident, so graceful. Everything looked like it was like they were floating on air kind of thing. And they often had that Louis Vuitton purse in their hands. And that purse became a symbol in my head that when I get to a certain achievement in my life, I'm getting that purse. And that achievement was actually my business hitting $1 million in revenue. Now, did my life become effortless and easeful? Did I become super confident and graceful and all that stuff? Absolutely not, sister. Okay. In fact, nothing actually changed in my experience of life, but I still wanted to acknowledge the achievement. I wanted to celebrate that milestone. And in doing that, something shifted. Now, when I walk through the airport, I'm one of those ladies with the Louis Vuitton purse. And let me tell you, I hold myself a little bit higher in my shoes. I walk with a little bit more confidence because in my head, there's this vision of that woman. And now I'm her in a version of her. Is everything all hunky dory, awesome, sunshine and roses? Absolutely not. It probably wasn't for those women either, but it has shifted my energy. And that's what I want to invite you to do. So reflect on your recent financial achievements, your life achievements, these things where you have set a goal and reached it, and plan a meaningful celebration. Get clear on what your goals are and plan the celebration for those goals, because that's a motivating factor, my friend. And then share your milestones when you achieve them, share them on social media. Tell me, slip into my DMs, post on my page. I don't care what it is. Tag me. I don't care. Email me. Doesn't matter. Share your milestones and share how you're celebrating them. I would love, love, love to know if this podcast episode has inspired you. And if this is you and you're like, you know what? Damn it, Michelle, I'm doing this and I want to share my achievement. I want to share my reward. I want to share it all. I'm going to invite you to be a guest on the Rich Life Revolution podcast. So all you need to do is email me and I'll put it in the show notes and we will get you booked. And we'll put you on the podcast. We're going to share all the awesomeness that is you, because celebrating financial milestones, it's not just about rewarding success. It's about recognizing all the things you did to get there. It's fostering a positive mindset and maintaining a balanced approach to achieving your goals, especially your money goals. Through meaningful rewards and acknowledgments, you are paving the way for continued growth and fulfillment in your journey. So I want to hear about it. I want to participate in the sharing of it. And I can't wait to hear from you guys about this. I hope this episode was useful to you. If it was, give me all the stars, give me all the likes. Let me hear all about it, because you matter, your story matters, your journey matters. And I am here all day for it. I am here for it. I am here. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you got at least one gold nugget today. Be sure to grab your copy of the Rich Life Revolution workbook to help you set the foundation for your next level of wealthy. Get it now at richliferevolution.ca, and I'll see you later.